Arjun, what's going on? Why are we seeing such weakness in Nvidia and Broadcom really gaining so much strength?
Unpack this and start off with a couple of stats. In the latest quarter, Broadcom's revenue was just over $14 billion, up 51% year on year. Nvidia, meanwhile, posted just over $35 billion in revenue, up 94% year on year. Broadcom trades at a higher forward PE than Nvidia, yet Broadcom is getting all of this backing from investors right now. There's a sense, I think, that investors are looking for the next Nvidia, the company that's going to give them the outside returns riding this AI wave. So you're seeing some of that rotation happen there. But it's important to know also that Broadcom and Nvidia are not necessarily an apples to apples comparison. Nvidia develops GPUs, these graphics processing units that have been used to train huge AI models like those made by OpenAI. There is still no real challenger here in this space. Meanwhile, Broadcom's focus really has been on designing custom AI chips for hyperscalers, the big cloud players like Google, Amazon, or Microsoft. And while these hyperscalers still need Nvidia chips, they're increasingly looking towards some of this custom silicon that Broadcom's designing that can be used for certain tasks or processes. These hyperscalers then sell those services through their cloud division. Now, one reason the market is excited is because of recent comments by the Broadcom CEO, Hock Tan, who said 3 hyperscale customers have developed their own AI chips on Broadcom's own platform that will be deployed over the next 3 years. And the company has received also a round of price target increases from Wall Street. All of that right now helping Broadcom's recent rally to over $1 trillion, Frank.
Truist Securities reiterated its buy rating for Nvidia shares and raised its price objective from $169 to $204. Nvidia's sustained leadership in artificial intelligence, AI, and the possible introduction of a client-side central processing unit, CPU, in 2025 are the foundations of the company's optimism. While analyst targets range from $130 to $220, Nvidia maintains a perfect Piotrowski score of 9, suggesting extraordinary financial strength, according to data from Investing Pro. Over the last 2 years, Nvidia has had tremendous success as an investment, primarily due to the growing demand for AI technologies. This momentum is shown by the company's remarkable revenue growth of 152.44% and gross profit margins of 75.86%. According to Truist Securities, the corporation is expected to have another successful year in 2025. Industry contacts who attest to NVIDIA's whole technology stack, which consists of software and pre-trained models in addition to hardware elements like processors and server racks, support this prediction. The company's possible entry into the CPU industry was emphasized by the Truist Securities analyst. The company believes that NVIDIA has a chance to access an extra $35 billion in total addressable market, TAM, since it is anticipated that the company would introduce a client-side CPU in 2025. This growth potential coincides with NVIDIA's continued financial stability, as evidenced by the company's overall financial health score of great, according to research. The trust in NVIDIA's strategic stance within the AI industry, as well as its capacity for innovation and market segment capture, is reflected in the price target adjustment. One of the main reasons for NVIDIA's continued dominance in the market is its full-stack strategy, which combines hardware and software capabilities. The analyst's statement from Truist Securities highlights the confidence in NVIDIA's ability to maintain its current growth trajectory and successfully launch new products that will strengthen its position in the market. In the upcoming years, the expected client CPU release is expected to increase NVIDIA's market share and maybe improve its financial results. In other recent news, Broadcom revealed that the demand for processors and networking components was the main driver of a noteworthy 220% annual increase in AI revenue. The larger semiconductor industry has benefited from this spike in demand for AI devices. NVIDIA, however, denied reports that it would cut back on its supplies to the Chinese market, highlighting its dedication to meeting local client demands. NVIDIA's favorable position in the next Blackwell cycle and Broadcom's future growth with AI ASICs and networking are the reasons Bernstein continues to support both companies. Similarly, Bernstein reiterated its optimistic assessment of other semiconductor firms, keeping Broadcom and Nvidia with an outperform rating. In response of these impressive results, Morgan Stanley and Raymond James analysts have raised their price targets for Broadcom. Although Qualcomm has underperformed, Bernstein is still invested in the company and has kept its rating at outperform. So, what implications does this have for Nvidia's stock? Let's explore that. But first, a big thank you to those of you who've stuck with us this far. Creating these videos takes significant effort and dedication. So if you're enjoying the content, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on Nvidia stock in the comments. Your support truly helps us grow. Now let's get back to the video.
We're looking at chips today, really focusing in on shares of Nvidia, that hitting a sluggish run, stock falling. It's now down more than 10% from its record close last month. You want to know when its record close was? The day of its record close? It happened to be Election Day. And since Election Day, Nvidia is down. It's in fact now down well more than 10%. It's getting closer to 11, 12%. The rest of the Magnificent Seven, all of them have been higher. So if you look at that ETF that tracks the Mag 7, it's up. If you look at each of them, especially Tesla, which has far and away been the winner, they're all up. Nvidia is one of these things is not like the other situation.
And we spoke recently to Nancy Tengler, who is a very smart investment strategist and Nvidia bull, and I was asking her about this and what sort of she thought explained that, and I bounced one idea off her, which is, could it be in part that there's a product transition occurring at Nvidia? Could that help explain some of the weakness? And Nancy basically just told us that she just thinks the market has a short-term memory. She actually told us she was using this weakness to add to their position over there. Because I think her bottom line to us was, Julie, she looks at Gen AI spending, and it's still going very strong. And her bet, like a lot of folks, is if that's true, then Jensen.
With a combined worth of over $18 trillion, the Magnificent Seven, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, and Tesla are expected to continue to dominate the market until 2025, according to Nigel Green, CEO of De Beer Group. Finally, Mitsuho asserts that Nvidia's stock is in a strong position to rise and reach new all-time highs in the first quarter of 2025. Among the latest advancements in the semiconductor industry are these. In the most recent quarters, Nvidia has shown remarkable financial progress. The company reported a 152.44% year-over-year increase in revenue in its third quarter report, and it continues to maintain industry-leading gross profit margins of 75.86%. The business demonstrated exceptional financial strength with a perfect Piotrowski score of 9. With sales predictions for fiscal year 2025, FY25, ranging from $124 billion to $126 billion, and FY26 revenue expectations between $175 billion and $186 billion. Analysts anticipate further robust performance. The FY26 earnings per share, EPS, projections range from $4.01 to $4.15. While FY25 EPS predictions fall between $2.79 and $2.93. The company's dominance in AI technology and the high demand for its data center solutions are major factors in its success. Growth has been mostly driven by Nvidia's Hopper GPU architecture, with the data center segment exhibiting notable quarterly and annual improvements. It is projected that the Blackwell architecture's release will strengthen Nvidia's position in the market and significantly increase revenue. Nvidia's product pipeline is still strong, and there is a lot of enthusiasm surrounding the impending Blackwell GPU platform. The business is accelerating to full-volume manufacture after successfully shipping 13,000 Blackwell GPU samples. Analysts say that Blackwell might have a revolutionary effect on the market, comparing the frenzy surrounding it to that of the original iPhone models. Nvidia continues to have a dominant market position in spite of competition from well-known firms like AMD and Intel, as well as up-and-coming AI chip startups. The business has a competitive edge because to its full-stack platform and vast network of partners and developers. Nvidia's market dominance could be threatened by heightened competition, especially in the Chinese market. To stay informed about the latest developments from Nvidia and the ever-changing stock market, consider subscribing to our investing tutorial channel. We provide daily updates on significant market shifts and key catalysts, so hit that subscribe button to ensure you never miss crucial information. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Nvidia stock, so please share your opinions in the comments below. Now let's dive into today's video.
The next name we wanted to look at is on the flip side. We're in correction territory, and Nvidia down now in pre-market trading. Now we're up about 15% from those all-time highs that we saw just last month.
Yeah, and I saw that we officially yesterday pulled into correction territory in Nvidia shares, and like you said, now dipping actually slightly beneath those levels. It's not the first time we've been here. I think it is important to note because I do think there's a psychological level associated with seeing that you are officially in correction territory, now off those highs by about 13.7%. So again, we've been here before. I think that a lot of times this can be seen as perhaps a healthy thing. I don't think it's always read as a negative, like the way the headlines would try to make it seem. But right now, during the session we saw yesterday, it closed down about 1.7%. It declined as of yesterday about 11% from that all-time high. But the street, I think, continues to wait for evidence of really how they can continue to build out their sales of their Blackwell AI chips. After the recent slump, though, shares still do remain. I mean, this is still the top 5 best performing stocks in the S&P 500 this year. It's still up 166.5% on the year. So it's not having a bad year by any means. I think that you have to consider like the paper trail. I mean, look at Broadcom, the fantastic move we saw to kick off the week yesterday and a 24% jump to close out the week last Friday. I mean, the money has to go somewhere. I almost think the attention right now has been on Tesla, Broadcom, maybe just Nvidia taking a back seat. But again, I don't think this is a bad thing. I think that corrections are oftentimes seen as a healthy reset, especially for a stock that was pretty much at its highest valuation ever.
Yeah, you wonder, there's going to be some analysts that have to come out eventually and start, because most of the price targets here, even when it was hitting all-time highs, they've been up at 170, 190, 180. You just have to wonder, is somebody going to just come in and put the hammer down and say, well, I don't think these guys can upgrade Nvidia because they all have buy ratings on it, but price target hikes may be coming down the pipeline at this point. RSI getting close to oversold at this point, so we'll have to look at this one some more.
For Nvidia, supply limitations have been a recurring problem that has impacted its capacity to satisfy the strong demand for its products. In order to overcome these obstacles, the business is working with vendors to modify the design of its Blackwell rack-scale systems. Nvidia anticipates that supplies will increase in the upcoming quarters, despite the fact that these limitations may have an immediate effect on performance. Given the company's expertise in AI technology and the rising need for accelerated computing solutions, analysts are nonetheless upbeat about Nvidia's long-term prospects. There are more growth prospects due to the entry into new areas including enterprise AI and the automotive industry. Nonetheless, the business has difficulties controlling high standards and possible market saturation. There are plenty of growth prospects as Nvidia expands outside of its primary gaming and data center businesses. With its Derive platform for driverless vehicles, the company's entry into the automotive industry opens up a potentially enormous market. Additionally, Nvidia's AI technologies are being used in industrial automation, robotics, and healthcare. These new markets have the potential to become into significant sources of income as they develop, broadening Nvidia's operations and lowering its reliance on any one industry. The company's growth is expected to be significantly accelerated by the impending release of Nvidia's Blackwell GPU architecture. According to analysts, Blackwell's first quarter of availability might bring in between $5 billion and $8 billion. It is anticipated that Nvidia's customer base will upgrade as a result of the new architecture's increased performance and efficiency, especially among hyperscale cloud providers and AI-focused businesses. A successful Blackwell launch might solidify Nvidia's market supremacy in AI accelerators and greatly increase its income. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.